Hey there, Abiding fam, and welcome back to my channel for another journal with me. My name is Kelsey Lee, and we are going to be creating an entry in my Abiding journal, otherwise known as my daily creative journal. If you want to learn more about this, definitely check out the description box where I link some playlists for you to learn more about my Abiding journal and our daily journaling community that we have here. So for this entry, I'm going to be using my printables, which are tiny little pleasures themed. It's all about the little things. And these are illustrations that I drew for my printables that I post on my Patreon page every month. So it's a way that people like you can choose to support my YouTube channel and get something in return, which is, of course, these fun hand-drawn illustrations that I create each month. And when you join, you don't only get access to the illustrations for that month, but also all of the illustrations I have created up until that point. And there are a lot over there. So you're definitely getting your money's worth, and I'm just so appreciative of all of my patrons. And I had so much fun designing these particular printables, the Tiny Little Pleasures collection, because I really got to draw some of my favorite things, and also I was drawing things that my patrons submitted as well. So I asked my patrons what are their favorite little things in life, and I took their suggestions and turned them into these illustrations. And I'm really excited for this month as well, because I'm doing a home body, or a basically cozy home themed printable set, and I'm going to be designing them again based on recommendations from my patrons. So if you want to contribute ideas to what printables and illustrations I create and also get to use them in your own journal, definitely check out my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/abidingkelseylee, and over there you can learn more about the different tiers and rewards that I offer, because I do offer more than just the printables. You also can potentially get access to exclusive videos, meaning additional journal with me's if you run out of content here on my YouTube channel. And it all starts for as little as $2 a month. And truly, friends, I just can't ever express how much I appreciate all of the support that I get from my patrons. And I'm really hoping to soon hit my next goal of 100 patrons. So if you want to help me hit that goal, I'd be so grateful for it. And I also wanted to quickly mention, sorry, I didn't mean for this video to be entirely a Patreon ad, but I do want to mention to you guys, because I think it's really exciting, that Patreon now offers annual memberships, which I'm currently offering a 16% off discount, which means 2 months free if you join annually. So basically, if you join the $2 tier annually, instead of paying for 12 months, you only pay for 10 months. So it ends up being like $20 for the entire year, and so forth for the other tiers. So again, just another way to support my channel, and hopefully makes it even more beneficial and rewarding for you. So there you go, friends. That is my entire spiel about how to get access to these printables, and hopefully I made it clear how much I really appreciate your support. And regardless of whether you choose to join Patreon or not, I just want to say that I appreciate all forms of support equally. I am so grateful for the free support that you offer, even just by watching my videos here on YouTube, liking, subscribing, leaving comments, interacting with you guys in the comments and in our Facebook group and elsewhere is my favorite part of having this community. So just wanted to put it out there that there are many ways to offer support beyond Patreon. So let's talk more about this page. As you saw, I decided to put down a really beautiful piece of paper and just did a ripped half of it so that it gives a nice texture with the ripped side. And then it also has texture because the pattern itself is a really cozy knit pattern. And then I really wanted to show you guys how I do gelato with a stencil. A lot of you were asking about how to use gelatos, and this is one of my favorite techniques with gelatos, which, by the way, is basically just a pigmented color that reacts to water. And it kind of has like a lipstick consistency to it. And basically what I do is I just put a little bit of it on a baby wipe and then smush it through the stencil using my finger through the baby wipe. And then it just creates a really nice background. And the great thing about that is even though in some ways technically you're using water in your journal, it doesn't create any of that wrinkling because you're using so little of the water. So I just really enjoy using the gelatos and a stencil to create that technique. And you can do it without stencils too. You could just put the gelato directly on the paper as well if you just wanted to create a colored background. And then as you saw, I was taking some of my alpha stamps from Allie Brown, and I just basically wrote out Friday and the date, and unfortunately was not in frame as I was stamping, but as you can see, I just then stamped that using some black ink. And I also had this really cute little stamp that I do not get out often enough, but this was the perfect day to get it out because it was really cold on this day and I was kind of trying to emphasize that point. So I got out this cute little weather report stamp and then put in the numbers for the degrees. So it was only 18 degrees that day. And although my little weather report stamps come with little icons, I decided to just draw in a little cloud. And then finally for this page, it was a super easy page, friends. I just decided to do a little bit of hand lettering and wrote out a quote from one of our favorite songs. We have this really awesome tradition where on Friday nights, we blast this song by Celtic women of all things, Celtic woman. I always call it Celtic women, but it's actually woman, just singular. But anyways, we blast this song called The Ballroom of Romance, and there's this quote in it that says the work is over, or the week is over, work is done, so now it's time to have some fun. And we just love dancing around our kitchen and singing that song at the top of our lungs to celebrate the end of a week. And that is why I used the Dancing in the Kitchen printable on this particular page. So that, friends, is my finished page. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it inspired you. Thank you so much to all of my patrons and all of you for your support. I hope that you leave this feeling inspired, and I encourage you to keep exploring your abiding creativity and document a life abiding in faith, hope, and love.